Welcome to Funimation 3D. Tonight, you and I are stepping into a gentle legend, magical, warm, and full of wonder. Have you ever made a promise and then, oops, forgot? Maybe you promised to help and then something fun distracted you. It happens. But in this story, a promise is not just words. A promise carries a little bit of light. Our hero is a child named Mina. Mina lives near a quiet place called Whisperwood Forest. The forest is full of tall trees, soft moss, and tiny sounds. Leaves tapping, birds chirping, a stream giggling over stones. Deep inside stands an ancient giant called the Promise Tree. People say the Promise Tree holds invisible promises. Promises kept, promises forgotten, promises repaired. The tree does not punish you. It teaches you, like a kind teacher who gently reminds you, remember what you said. One bright afternoon, Mina walks home from school holding a small paper bag of berry buns. They smell sweet and warm. Mina plans to share them with her little brother, Theo. But on the path, Mina hears a sound that doesn't belong. Clink, clink, clink. It sounds like a tiny bell, but Mina sees no one. Mina stops and whispers, "Did you hear that? What do you think it is?" Mina follows the sound into the ferns, and there, between two bushes, sits a lantern the size of a teacup. It glows like a pocket of sunset. Tied to its handle is a pale blue ribbon that shimmers like morning dew. Mina reaches out. The lantern feels warm, like it has been waiting. The ribbon flutters even though there is no wind. Then a voice whispers, quiet and gentle, like the forest is speaking. "Lantern for a promise," it says. Mina blinks. "Hello!" she calls. No one appears, only trees and light. The ribbon tugs, as if pointing deeper into the woods. Mina takes a careful breath and walks until the trees open to the Promise Tree. At its base is a small hollow, and inside rests a smooth, heart-shaped stone. The lantern brightens. "Promise with care," the soft voice says. "Promise with heart," Mina whispers. "I want to understand." And suddenly, a clear thought pops into her mind. Theo. This morning, Theo asked, "Will you help me practice reading after school?" And Mina said, "Yes, I promise." Mina hugs the lantern close and says carefully, "I promise I will help Theo practice reading today, right after I get home." The lantern chimes, clink, clink, like a happy yes. The blue ribbon floats off the handle, circles Mina's wrist, and ties itself into a bracelet, cool and gentle. "A promise ribbon," the forest whispers. "A promise remembered." Mina hurries home, ready to do the right thing. But at the porch, a friend calls, "Mina, come play! We found glittery chalk." Glittery chalk sounds amazing. Mina glances at her ribbon. It shimmers. Mina glances through the window. Theo sits at the table with his book, looking hopeful. Mina thinks, just 10 minutes. Theo can wait. And Mina runs outside. The chalk sparkles. Mina laughs. Minutes turn into more minutes. The ribbon doesn't hurt, but it starts to feel heavier, like a gentle tap that says, "Remember." Mina ignores it. Then the wind shifts. The chalk drawings blur, not from rain, but as if an invisible hand smudges them. The glittery chalk turns dull and gray. Mina looks down. The ribbon has faded, like cloth left in too much sun. And from far away, the sound returns. Clink, clink, clink. "These?" The lantern sound. But Mina's lantern is gone. Mina rushes inside. "Theo," she calls. Theo sits with the book open, but his smile is smaller now. He tries to be brave, but his eyes look watery. "You said you'd help me," he whispers. Mina feels that wish to rewind time. "I'm sorry," Mina says quickly. "I didn't mean to forget." The ribbon tightens slightly, not painful, just firm, like it's saying, "This matters." Mina kneels beside Theo. "I broke my promise," she says. "That wasn't fair. Will you give me another chance?" Theo looks at her and asks, "You really mean it?" Mina nods. "I really mean it." They start again. Theo stumbles on words. Mina waits. Mina points gently. "Try that one again," she says. "You're doing great." Page by page, Theo grows steadier. The ribbon begins to glow again, soft as a star. Mina asks you, "Do you think the ribbon is happy now?" Theo notices the glow and smiles. When Theo finishes the chapter, he bursts, "I did it!" Theo hugs Mina. "Thank you," he says. Then comes the gentle twist. The front door creaks open all by itself. On the doorstep sits the tiny lantern, glowing again. It wasn't lost. It returned. The forest voice whispers, "A promise repaired." Mina carries the lantern back to Whisperwood with Theo beside her. At the promise tree, Mina holds up the lantern and says, "I forgot, but I fixed it. I'm learning." The heart-shaped stone glows like a friendly wink. "Promises can bend," the voice says. "They can crack, but with courage, they can be mended." The ribbon unties from Mina's wrist and floats to a low branch, wrapping around it like a small flag of hope. Mina smiles at Theo. "From now on," she says, "I'll make promises carefully, only the ones I can keep. And if I mess up, I'll fix it fast." Theo giggles. "I promise to brush my teeth." Mina laughs, and the forest rustles like it's laughing too. Now let me ask you, what would you do if you forgot a promise? Would you hide, or would you be brave and make it right? Because here's the gentle truth. Promises are little lanterns for our hearts. When you keep your word, they shine. When you forget, the light can dim. But honesty and kindness can brighten it again. If you enjoyed this magical story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.